Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Sundays. I running solo tonight. Some guys are got family stuff going on, and others have been cutting trees down and tuckered out. So I'm going to hold down the fort and got some projects to work on. I got my so we got plenty to keep us busy, and I might have to cut it short a little bit tonight too. If you might watch Friday's show, I got a new puppy, and she's upstairs in her crate. So I might have to go upstairs. But anyway, let's do before we do some paint work on this torso. I want to do some clearance around the hips. Do that before I do the paint work. I'm not going to paint the hips tonight, but I want to do that before I go ahead and just paint this in case I don't want to mess up the top. Alrighty. Set the mouse to the side and get my fresh blade out to get some reading glasses out. This waist piece and the hips are going to be painted black. This is going to be a new body swap for Rage. Never liked having Rage on the Hyperion mold. One, the Hyperion mold sucks. And two, it's kind of small for Rage. I think this Warpath is a better suited body for the character. What I'm doing is cutting away from the arch in the back, allow for more clearance. So right now when I push it forward, you got a collision point right there. I'm trying to eliminate that. And it looks like it's almost gone on this side. I just needed a little bit more on that side, a little bit more on this side, and a bit more on the other. A good sharp blade. Cut through this plastic easily, but just be careful with it. Sit for life. Howdy, see. Hello, sir. And, found a good, pretty spot on close match. It's just a shade different. Warpath, the skin tone. It's from Monument Hobbies, Pro Acryls, Advanced Flesh Tone. It is pretty well spot on to what the flesh tone that's already painted onto the Warpath. Actually, I like this a little better. It's got a little bit of a warmer tone to it than the factory paint. It's close, but actually a little better. I've already clearanced around the ab crunch, front and back. Then around the back, on the butterfly joint. And a little bit more through here. Make it easier if these hips come off like on the newer figures, but unfortunately these are the hard plastic ones. You got to crack them to take them off. Go in here and a little sand. Where is my new? Hello, Justin Booth. How are you tonight? Yeah, I got a new pup, and she's actually quite a bit younger than I was expecting. From the picture, she looked like she was going to be twice the size and so I was expecting basically like a toddler pup, and I got a infant pup. A little more work involved in caring for her, which is fine. I love dogs. She is a boxer labradoodle mix. So she looks a lot like just like a black lab. Hello.
How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing this weird thing that somebody told me I'm supposed to do is prepping things before I paint it. I've heard
That's
it.
a thing?
Yeah, I think someone said something about it. I don't know. I've never heard of this before.
No. I thought it was a fairy tale. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys in the chat, what's happening? Sits for Life, Howdy CE, Justin Booth, Collector Express, Sits for Life. There wasn't a geek chat last night, was there? I never saw the notice.
No, there wasn't. I didn't hear anything from Matt, and
yeah, I didn't see anything either.
I got logged in the computer and went to check see where he posted his links set for the chat, and I was like, huh.
Maybe it was date night.
Could be, you know. Like, last weekend too, he took his son motorcycle shopping, so.
Oh, nice.
Got my dual sport.
Very nice. Oh yeah, that shoulder peg, man. I'm telling you, I had to put it away, and I didn't look at it for a couple of days. I said I'm gonna end up doing something. That's right, everybody. Sometimes it's best to just walk away from a custom.
Yep, sometimes it is.
Yeah.
I haven't done one of these in a while. We got a full crew. I can't really do the overlays.
Yeah, I can't even notice it.
Well, it covers people up.
Yeah. Sit for Life says this weekend was Aliens Romulus. I saw it yesterday. Good. I've never really got into like full up blown into the Alien movies. I've watched movies here and there, but I've never really. I don't know. Apparently, I hear the order's kind of weird.
This one is supposed to be taking place after the first movie.
Yeah, and then
while Ripley is in cryosleep.
That's right. And then I hear that part 2 and 3 are after this movie. So it's like, wow. Yep. I just saw a thing actually today about the.
And you got Prometheus and Covenant. That's before the first movie.
Oh, you mean Prometheus that wasn't even part of the Alien movies, according to certain people? How could you not say? Like, I mean, didn't Ridley Scott himself say it had nothing to do with it, and then all of a sudden it does?
Oh, Ridley Scott, he made it to be a prequel.
Yeah, because unless somebody just false quoted him saying that it's got nothing to do with the Alien movies.
I think somebody false reported it because
Probably.
it's his brainchild, Prometheus. So
Even the trailer brought you back to the original Alien trailer.
Well, I've heard some bad things about this new movie. So
yeah,
they did too much callback for stuff that made no sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Especially with like this being with the timeline wise too, and they replicated scenes from other movies and shot for shot.
I don't like that.
Yeah, the new not Ripley doing exactly the same thing that Ripley did, and people saying lines that make no sense without having context of the previous movies. I watched Red Letter Media's review on it.
Oh yeah.
And they weren't a fan.
I saw that last movie they made, Covenant. Is that what it was called? I saw most of that movie. It was like,
Oh, probably should chill this off. Finish this up.
Oh, beautiful.
Not 100% happy with the logo stuff, but it's fine. It's me. I feel the first one was probably a little bit better than this one.
Yeah.
And I got a little spot on the forehead here too, where I had that scratch on the forehead. I sanded it, and it's smooth, but I see spot right here, and nobody else would notice it.
But you noticed it.
Yes, I do.
Set for Life is saying he enjoyed it. It was pretty nerve-wracking. It was better than Covenant for sure. Yeah, like I said, if I plan to watch a movie, I don't care if people say it sucked or absolute garbage, whatever. If I plan to watch it, I'm gonna watch it regardless.
I've always been more of a Predator franchise than Alien fan.
The Predator movies, I don't know. The Predator movies were pretty good.
But the Predator movies have gotten. Predator 1 and 2, liked them both.
Yep.
Then they did Aliens versus Predator, which was terrible. They made it PG-13. They made it PG-13.
Oh, jeez.
For the first AVP, and it was absolutely horrendous. The climax of the movie ends in the Antarctic, and nobody acts like it's cold. They're not dressed for the Antarctic. Nobody acts like it's cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to be minus 40. Like, that's supposed to be the high.
There's not even condensation when the people are breathing to make it look like it's cold. Was it AVP Reliquim? They made it a horror movie again. Made it R.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a great story. Yeah. But where it's R, I feel it's a little bit better than the first AVP. But of course, they should just scrap and say that those AVP movies never existed. Then you had Predators, which actually I enjoyed Predators.
You know what? It was pretty good. It was. I have to admit. It gave you the feel of the first Predator movie, you know?
Yep. I would have liked to seen a return to that universe. But then they did that, came back to Earth and did that the Predator.
Oh yeah, when that big one came for the other one? Okay.
Yeah, you had that genetically modified Predator. It's twice the size of a regular Predator.
Yeah. What did you think of that one?
I didn't watch it. It just seemed too stupid to even bother watching.
I watched it just because I just wanted to keep in touch, with the story. Like, I didn't watch the Alien, like you said about the Alien vs Predator movies. I saw Alien vs Predator, the first one. Not, I don't think I watched it from beginning to end, but I've always seen bits and pieces. You're right; it was kind of, it wasn't that great, and I only saw like maybe a few minutes here and there of the second one, Raquel. And to me, they don't really exist in the same universe as the Predator movies.
Which they've Easter egged it a lot. The first Easter egg that they are existing in the same universe though is Predator 2.
Yeah.
There is a xenomorph skull on that wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
I know.
well, the thing too, the first AVP that made the Predators kind of wimps. They were getting taken out by the xenomorphs pretty easily.
Like, you don't think after all those years of that sport that they were doing in that temple, you don't think they were prepared for?
Well, those were supposed to be juvenile predators. This is like a hunting ritual.
Training thing.
Cross over the adulthood thing. But still, they were affected by the. I was used to the comics too. It's the thing with that, they have like a rich history of the comics to pull from. They've had several storylines in the comics, Aliens vs Predators.
Yeah.
They're immune to the acid blood in the comics. The Predators are.
And it kills them like easily in the movie.
Yeah.
I watched the one with the genetically modified, the Predator. I watched that one. I don't know where they're going with that movie because of the ending. I don't know. I don't want to say anything in case you're going to watch it, but whatever. You probably heard most of it anyway. And they never did anything with that. Like, I mean, why bother putting that at the end of the movie if you're not going to do anything?
I know people raved about that Prey. I hated that movie.
You know, that movie could have been good, but I think they kind of went a little on the woke side with that. Like
they made the girl too smart for the time period.
Yeah.
The Predator would be seen as a supernatural being to Native Americans of that era.
Well, yeah, the technology. Like, I mean,
advanced technology is always mistaken as magic.
Yeah.
Hey, Nolina.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? You know, like they would have been freaked out over that Predator. Like, I mean, but the thing is, they even tried making the.
Well, they made her beating it only worked because somehow the Predator seemed to forget how his own technology worked.
Yeah, I know. And like, you can't tell me that the Predator was primitive because they've been around for.
Well, not to mention too, they have interstellar travel. It's already been well established. They've been coming to Earth for hundreds of years.
Well, they were around the times of Egypt, Rome,
if not thousands. They're an ancient spacefaring race.
And they make it look like that one was just as primitive as the natives that it was hunting. You know what I mean? It's like, no. And realistically, there's no way.
The Predator wouldn't be using his that type of weaponry to fight people with bows and arrows. He wouldn't be using his cannons. He wouldn't. They fight sport-wise. They fight for the challenge. They wouldn't be using his blaster cannon and all that stuff. And
it's not. Yeah, it's not a challenge, right?
He would fight them hand to hand.
Yeah. He'd be using like the staff.
or be using a spear and.
Yeah, the spear with the staff.
Or the knives on his forearm gauntlet.
even the projectiles, like the throwing weapons too. Like,
I think I'm going to end up having to strip this because that paint is not adhering well. And I'm afraid if I paint it, it's just going to look splotchy. Oh, I did put pinned comments on my paint removal videos today, where Winsor Newton has completely changed their formula to a what do they say? It's like less harsh, and it doesn't say restore anymore. It says just brush cleaner, and the new stuff won't strip paint.
Oh, so they're done with the old stuff. You can't get that anymore.
Oh, if you can find it in stock somewhere, that's about it.
Oh wow.
I got this one bottle here. It's 16.7 ounce bottle left. And I got a little bit of my original bottle. So,
lucky Q-tips don't take too much.
yeah.
I just bought a generic acetone. Remember I showed you what it was doing to that Hulk body? It started to look like it was eating it, man.
Yep. Yeah, I ran into that with, you gotta be really quick. Even with the Winsor Newton, when I stripped it off Gray Hulk, I had to be really quick, but hit it with some water to neutralize it.
Yeah. Metaluna says, "Oh man, gotta check mine." Yeah, if you see any in stock, man, buy it up.
Yeah, they changed the label and everything.
Or if you can still order on Amazon the older one.
The Amazon even has like the new one. It even actually has a on the listing shows that they changed the formula.
Oh, jeez. They have stuff like that at like Michael's and other.
They do it, and Joann's Fabrics has it too. Apparently, somebody commented on the video today, and I got looking at it, and I found another YouTuber talking about it, and he's ran into the same thing. He bought the new stuff, did nothing, and he went to Joann's and found the older stuff.
So literally, that new stuff's only good for cleaning paint off brushes.
Yep.
Wow. Christian Sepulveda says, "You see, Collector Express, the guys Hasbro changes the neck in the Warpath Omega Red mold used in the last Venom figure."
Let's see. You see that Collector's the guys at the Hasbro changes the neck and the Warpath. It does look. It's an all new upper torso, so hopefully the neck is lower. I haven't watched any reviews on it yet.
Yeah.
But from the pictures I saw, it does look like it's lower.
Yeah, it doesn't have that big neck from what I can see.
Here's the listing now for the brush cleaner. And you can see here. This is your old bottle here, and the new bottle. It says brush cleaner restore. The new bottle is this, and updated format and design. New gentle yet effective formula. Nope. Not effective. Oh, they changed the neck to like a double ball peg. Oh, fuck them. Oh, sorry.
Are you serious?
I hate double ball pegs. Their articulation is so restricted.
everybody says the same thing. That
Well, some people do like them though. They like the head tilt, which I understand that you get more attitude with the posing the figure. But I pose my figures looking up more than tilting the head side to side.
I'd rather have them move up and down. That so. Yeah, Metal Luna gives a thumbs down to that. Justin Booth says Columbia Picture and Marvel Entertainment are producing the new Kraven the Hunter film. It's also being distributed by Sony Pictures releasing. Looks like a step in the right direction.
The Rhino looks like classic Rhino, so that's cool.
Badass, man. That was crazy. I liked it, man.
I was surprised to see a classic Rhino. Especially last time Sony tried to do Rhino, they made him a mech suit.
It makes sense with Kraven though to introduce the Rhino. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we're gonna get the Rhino somehow, at least it's because I'm guessing there's some kind of magical element involved with Kraven. I don't know.
Curious to see how they do the Rhino, because later on in the comics, they actually gamma radiated the Rhino, make them stronger, like the Hulk.
Yeah.
They can't really mention the Hulk. So it's going to be different. So it started out as a suit, and then they augmented the guy, and they later gamma radiated him. So he's changed a lot over the years.
I like the way he looked in the movie. That's at least we got that going for us right now. So
it's a good direction, but hopefully they don't go to a stupid thing and try to make Kraven an anti-hero type thing. Just make Spider-Man's villains.
Yeah.
You don't need to make everybody an anti-hero.
Metal Luna says that that's true. The double ball peg is better than the static ball.
Yeah, it's better than a static ball, which I do the ball grade, double ball peg upgrade to the older female figures. Matthew's tutorial, or you put a double ball peg, you cut it off and just make a socket for it, and you can turn a static ball peg into a double ball peg, which does, in that case, give you more range of movement. And it's a lot easier than trying to put a disc hinge on them.
I'm sorry to say though, that mod, like I've seen yours. I know Matthew that was his thing there, but I've seen you do it, and from your figures like that you've done it to, that idea still has better range of motion than the way Hasbro does a double ball.
Well, Hasbro sinks them in too deep.
Yeah.
Which kills any kind of movement or looking up and down. If the double ball peg is set too deep in the head and the body, it's basically a static joint.
Well, on some of the figures that come with a double ball peg for Hasbro, they basically have the same range of motion as a static ball peg.
Yeah, because they
barely move.
Yeah, they set them too deep. They won't let them. There's no range of movement.
Like I've seen some reviews with some of these figures that the head doesn't even move. So might as well just be a static ball peg.
Yeah. I did give just in case, like again in the stream, I did say I might have to close the stream early in case my cousin needs me upstairs with the new puppy.
Yeah.
Because she's a lot younger than I was expecting. From the pictures, she looked like she was double the size than what I was expecting, than the way she is.
If you have to like just jump off for a few minutes and you could still come back, I'll hold the fort here for a bit.
Okay.
You gotta go.
I'll put her down for a nap right before I come downstairs, and
if like I said, if you need to step away for a few minutes or whatever, I'll hold up here. But if you have to go, yeah, we'll close shop early.
And we Custom Cannon, he's out like a light probably because he had a big tree fall in his yard and he's been chainsawing that all day.
Oh, wow.
So he went and crashed. And Mr. Don, his wife came back in town today, so he's doing family stuff.
Oh, let me get that. Should have had that ready.
Family.
Yeah, she's been on a business trip and got back today.
Yeah, she was up in Canada for a while. Then she went somewhere else in the U.S.
She's up near your house, wasn't she?
I don't know exactly. He didn't know exactly where, but I asked him. I was like, is it like in the Ontario area, or he said he had no idea. You know, as long as they're in Canada, we're all close by to each other.
Yeah. Canada's what the size. Canada's what the size of Rhode Island, isn't it?
Yeah. Canada's not a country, eh? It's just a little town. We all know each other up here.
Yeah. I've seen some goober like not knowing how geography and like the way the climate works.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't know why Canada keeps complaining about a housing shortage, and they pointed out like the frozen tundra where you can't build anything. It's like, why can't they just build here?
Yeah. You want to live there?
Yeah. Let's go build near the North Pole.
Good luck digging ground or breaking ground to dig the houses up. Hey, we got Sector 2813 in the house. What's up, buddy? No, it's just I find it like ridiculous. Like I'll give a comparison. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people kind of know what geography is like. So I live in Ontario. Okay, Ontario is a province. Like you guys have states. In case a lot of people don't understand that. A province in Canada is like a state in the U.S. So the province I live in is Ontario, and then all the way across the other end of the country in another province, which is BC. Somebody from the U.S. will ask me, "Oh, I have a friend who lives in Vancouver, BC. You know?" That would be like me saying somebody who lives in Florida, "I have a friend who lives in California. Do you know him?" You know,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like,
oh, you mean Gary? Yeah, I know Gary.
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, his name's John. You might know him. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know him. Yeah, totally. Fit for Life says Canada just needs to turn the thermostat up a couple degrees, thaw things out. No, man, it's hot enough right now where I am at.
What I'm going to do, now I got him pretty well stripped. I'm going to put some. Where'd my purple power go? I had a jug of purple power. There it is.
What are you putting in there?
Purple power. I'm sorry. Super clean. Super clean. I'm going to let that soak overnight. They'll get the rest of it off, and plus it'll deactivate that Winsor Newton.
And that doesn't harm the plastic.
If it's lighter colored plastic, you got to be careful. It will dye it. If it's in there too long, it will turn it purple.
That's good if you're making a purple character.
It will soak into softer plastics. Let me rinse my hands though.
Sith for Life says, fun fact, purple power tastes nothing like grape Kool-Aid. I'll take your word for it.
I'm going to flip it upside down since it's wanting to float a little bit. There we go. Good for cleaning your workstation up too.
Yeah. Super clean.
Super clean. I was initially planning on painting this, but I'll put that off for another night.
I'm sure you got other stuff to work on.
Oh, yeah. There, cleaned up my workstation. Let me wash my hands. I'll be right back.
So, anybody in the chat, buy any figures this week? I haven't shopped for figures for a few weeks at least. Where'd you get, Sector?
Oh.
I had a couple things in my cart on Amazon yesterday, and I took them out. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe, am I growing up?
Finally, the Disney Plus wave showed up at Ollie's. I got the Red Skull.
Sith for Life picked up Emma Frost, Marvel Legends. Sector got X Simpson Series 1, except for Otto. And he also got Farley. Yeah, I almost bought a couple of figures yesterday. I just messing around. I had them in the cart. Oh, Sector got Bullseye Batman, Dick Grayson Batman, and blue variant of Dick Grayson. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
How was that? Yeah, I got that Red Skull too.
I got mine for $10.
I got mine on sale too. They were pretty cheap on it. Not $10, but Max Mercury McFarlane.
Oh, sweet. I don't need like a chase or something like that. Man, this figure's short. He is super short.
And that is MCU, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's short for MCU.
Was the other Hydra soldiers that short?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's the same. He's the same height as
a suited body.
Jim from The Office.
Those are short, suited bodies too. So.
Yep.
If you know what, if the other body was bigger, the one that came with the Red Skull head and all those different Hydra heads, I could swap the jacket onto the bigger body.
Yeah, that's why I figured all it. That's the main reason I got this. I want this is for the head, and I can swap over from the gear over. Yeah. The retail one didn't have this long jacket piece.
No.
From the other one. I mean, like the exclusive, I think it was the SDC or something like that year.
Yeah, that came with the long jacket.
And it came with the long jacket piece. So I could actually just take this and this head and upgrade it. I do like this head.
Yeah. Finally got it right.
Yep.
Walmart. A buddy called me and was at a Walmart 30 miles away, but they got a lot in, so I road tripped. Road trips are always great for picking up figures. Stiffs for Life says that Dick Grayson Batman is nice. It might be better than the Nightfall Batman. And Sector says he likes the head sculpt better. Same body. Have they released that gold Batman? The gold Superman yet?
Yeah, that was the SDC figure.
Oh, so we're probably gonna have to wait for that one then. I didn't realize that was an exclusive. They got a gold Batman coming out too, I believe. I thought I saw a picture of one.
Also got this set.
Oh, nice.
$25 at Ollie's.
Wow.
Mainly wanted it for the Forge. Get upgraded Forge because I don't really care about the rest of the X-Men in that blue and yellow. Everybody went crazy over. It was like,
yeah, everybody
I
wanted
like their unique costumes.
I know everybody went crazy because they wanted to get them all, like the 2 different 3-packs, plus the Wolverine was sold separately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not for Forge. That's his regular look all the time, right?
Oh yeah. That's why the old Forge is in that Bucky cap, and this is a huge improvement.
Are the female bodies at least the upgraded ones?
The Rogue is. I don't know about the Jubilee. I will never understand with the Forge's character design though. Why does he expose the top part of his cybernetic leg? Why wouldn't he just expose the entire thing? Why is his knee from knee and upper
how does the pants stay on?
How's the pants stay on? And why? Why would you? Why would you?
Well,
hey, I got a cybernetic hip and thigh. You know, this has to be cybernetic the rest of the way down.
Yeah, like, you know what? I can understand if you wanted to wear the boot, but why that little part of the pant?
Yeah, the boot, have it go all the way to the boot would make sense because, well, a metal leg you needed like a boot for traction anyway because it's going to be metal on a hard ground. It'd be slick. But
you know what?
Why would you?
You know what? They probably reused that lower leg on probably one of the other male figures from the other set.
Well, they do that with every Forge though. The other Forge is the same way. It's the characters that it's what he's drawn in comics. He's drawn in the comics with cybernetic leg, and from the knee down, he's got pants leg.
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, how does that stay on? How does it stay on though?
Yeah.
If it's
is it like a sock?
It's gotta be a knee-high sock.
Sector 2813, they did have a Super Adaptoid.
That thing's getting cheap too there at all these, right?
Yeah, the Super Adaptoid's actually cheaper than this 3-pack.
No
this
way.
3-pack's $25, and the Super Adaptoid was $20.
I don't know. Maybe for cheap, I'd get Super Adaptoid. I never really had interest in it, but.
Well, that's it. That's the only reason I have it because it was cheap for $20.
Yeah.
This, talking about being cheap, this harness is for a bucket cap. so it don't fit this figure worth of crap, and it's hindering his arm going down.
Oh no! So they use the same harness.
Yeah.
That's just lazy, man.
Stretched it out so get his arm down a little bit further. He kind of looks sad. The face sculpt.
Does he come with an alternate head?
I'm forward.
Does he come with an alternate head?
I don't think he does.
Well, you know what? How about the other one? You could probably pop the other one on. The other one wasn't too bad.
That's an upgrade, either way.
True. So tired of looking at Bucky caps on the shelf, you know?
Yeah.
That same body. It's almost like having DCU figures.
Which I actually don't mind the DCU figures, though. Since I would rather have a DCU figure than McFarlane.
Yeah. That's one thing I give DCUC figures. They're very, very nice looking on the shelf.
So I don't give a crap about Storm in this costume.
No. Good body though.
Yeah.
Is that just a straight up Shriek or?
It's got some slip cover, or how they doing that? Yeah, it's a Shriek with slip on glove pieces.
I mean, even if you're not a fan of the blue and yellow, the good thing about that now is if you can get them for cheap.
Mm.
You know, unless you want to use them for customs.
Well, since I'm already seem to be building out a blue and yellow team, I could always.
Yeah, the other ones there. Did they have the other set there too at Ollie's?
I already had. Unfortunately, no. I would like to have the other set because I already have that set, but I would totally bought an extra one because Banshee.
So who is it? Banshee, Gambit, and Psylocke?
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
And Wolverine's a solo.
And having Psylocke on his body is an upgrade. Yeah, Wolverine was a solo figure.
Sith for Life says, yeah, I had the new 50 Cyborg Superman in my hand at GameStop, but ultimately I didn't like it enough to pay the price.
Ugh.
Is she on the teenage body still?
Well, with new parts.
She got biceps or no? No biceps.
No.
Right?
No bicep swivel. But she's got a new lower body and new legs.
That upper torso looks bigger than teenage.
Well, it is. This is an older. I think this is an older torso with a new upper torso. Is the older one, but it's a new lower torso, and they don't really match together too well because it don't move. It can spin round and round, but there is no crunch forward, no crunch backwards.
So you're gonna have to mod that if you want to do anything with it.
Yeah. The head seems very big for this body too.
That seems to be the going thing with having to do all these mods now on the figures. Man. That's crazy.
Yeah. These arms are awful. They are tiny.
Oh man, look, $25 for this set. So
yeah, I got my forge, so that's me what I was buying for, and I got a decent body here, and her head is bigger than Storm's. And it looks more proportionate.
yeah, that head looks much better on that body.
But it would have to go in the Psylocke body or something because it's for painting it. But yeah, this head is actually bigger than the Storm's head. The Storm head is smaller, which probably would look, which still looks too big on this body.
I think it's just a tiny body. Sector says he hates the new Cyborg. It's a terrible buck for Superman.
Oh yeah, I don't know why he did the new 52 Cyborg Superman instead of doing the classic. That makes no sense. Because it's cool. It looks cool.
SDA is in the house. He says family.
Hola.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Alright. I'll set you to the side.
Sith for Life is that 3-pack the only best way to get forged? Unless you want the Bucky Cap version.
Yeah, you can get the Bucky Cap version, but I was wanting the new Vulcan base body.
Yeah.
And I did do this with the sword hand around at the base. Don't print it. Canon plan with we didn't have no plans for it when he designed this. He modeled the hand, and at the time I had no plan on how to connect it. Originally, I made a bigger print that slips on over the forearm, and I put the post inside. Then I got thinking, once I paint this, that's going to scratch if I start trying to use that method. It holds on great and secure. So I came up with rounding the base and trying to put a post in there. And
yeah, that looks good. And you don't have to worry about the paint, that's right.
And I'm probably going to do the same thing to this one. Party on, Darth. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Darth, how you doing, man?
So I'm going to do this one, take your suggestion where I can have them dual wielding the blade hands. They're not exact same size, but they're close. Close enough. So I don't want to print another set of these. The longer the print, the longer they take to print.
Yeah. SD is asking where Cannon is. Probably sleeping.
Yep, he was been cutting up a tree that fell in his yard all day. A big tree.
Well, the good thing about having multiple blades is you ever want to do double-handed, two-bladed hands, or like you said, you're going to make a blaster. You can even probably get like a blunt sort of weapon too. The good thing about being a shapeshifter, right?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and start dremeling this.
So before you start dremeling, I was going to say about I had all kinds of thoughts with that abomination thing. You know what I was actually thinking? Because I got 2 sets of those abomination arms. I was thinking of cutting the pegs off of the abomination arms, and then making the armadillo peg thin enough so that I can drill a nice size hole and plug those abomination shoulder pegs on there, and then you know what I mean, almost like a sleeve.
Oh, yep.
But I don't know. I just don't want to risk breaking the armadillo peg. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you can reshape it to the size you need, it's more tedious. That's probably the best way to go.
Yeah, I figured that.
Since they're the way the show. Oh, you're using the old abomination too, right?
Yeah, and one of them's bigger than the other. Right now, I did the bigger one that's almost the same size. That other one's I'm gonna have to pull out the Dremel for sure, because the amount of work that it took me to get that one that was almost the same size already. Oh my god! I was sitting there with my emery boards and my hobby knife, and just because I couldn't find my Dremel and I didn't want to go looking for it, but. It's so odd how that shoulder there is almost the same size as armadillo, and look at how thin that peg is.
Yep. Whereas the armadillo arm I got here is the smaller peg.
Yeah, the armadillo arm is almost the same size as that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I got rid of most of it. I carved it and shaved it down, but for some reason, I think it's longer too. I sanded the very top of it too to make it shorter.
Yeah, it is longer.
Yeah, and I was wondering if that's why it wasn't plugging in. But yeah, after even doing all that, it just won't plug in. I don't know.
If you try pushing it in really hard.
Oh yeah, trust me, I was doing that. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I just got to be patient.
It goes into the square.
Family.
It goes into the square hole.
Oh, I love that video. I never get tired of seeing that.
I know. That girl does just such a good job just looking so distraught over it.
Either that's great acting.
Do what?
I said either that's great acting or it's real. Like, I mean,
Yep.
Family.
King Solo says CE hands.
My hands. It's slow recovery. I'm starting physical therapy. Went to my first evaluation Friday. Still can't completely close my hand. I can grip with my fingers. I can't touch these fingers. I can touch these, and then can't close my hand completely. My grip strength is. They tested it, and like around about 110-pound squeeze power over this hand, about 20 some over this hand.
Yeah.
And my pinch strength too is not that great over here either. It's like half my pinch between like these two fingers and the.
Can you snap with the left?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a lot of people don't realize that it takes strength to do that, man.
Yep. My left hand is. I do not recommend anybody getting carpal tunnel surgery.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot longer recovery time than what they told you.
Yeah, they told me 3 or 4 weeks, I'd be good to go.
Yeah.
I'm over 2 months, 2.5 months almost.
What the hell were they thinking?
They want my insurance money.
Yeah.
And they're getting more of it because I got to start doing physical therapy.
Name withheld is in the house. How you doing?
Hey. Let's put this other hand off. See what she looks like.
I don't know if I'm gonna repeat that last comment, but you can see.
That's masturbation. Yeah.
I saw a picture of that, dude. I should have saved it. Sitting there trying to explain that to Hogan. Oh man, what a great movie.
I was planning on going into the office tomorrow, but with the puppy being so young, I'll be working from home tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's so young right now, you can't really do any kind of potty training or anything right now.
How's the other two dogs?
Casey's getting more used to her. First she considered her prey. You can tell by her mannerisms. It's like, I'm going to kill this thing.
Of course, that's natural instinct.
Yeah. And she was stalking it, and she's getting more used to it. She nipped at it a couple times, and I gave her a spanking.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Not horrible, just stop that.
Just gotta know. SD's gotta shower up. He says he'll be back. Yeah, we'll be here for a bit. Roxy's okay with her.
Yeah, she did get a little ill with her last night. We went taking on getting ready for bed, and she started playing around the bed. Where she's young, she tried to nurse on Roxy and bit into her. Those little needle teeth.
Yeah.
And Roxy got a little grumpy with her.
Poor thing. She's looking to imprint on somebody.
Mm-hmm. So I saw what she's doing. It looked like it hurt. Little soft fat pooch on Roxy, and she just bit right into it.
Yeah. Yeah, those needle teeth when they're that young.
Yep. They're like hypodermic needles.
Yeah. I'm showing my wife the pictures she sent me. This. And you can barely see any features. She literally looks like a shadow.
Yeah. My cousin's like in the name Maisie, but she is jet black. Her toenails are black. Her eyes are black. Just she is like a shadow.
Definitely. Oh, the original pictures you sent. It was like it literally looked like she was a shadow of one of the other dogs.
Yeah.
She's adorable, man. Tomorrow would have been the beginning of my regular vacation if I wasn't already off.
Yeah. Probably be good to stay home tomorrow too, because I think my truck's gonna be ready tomorrow. It's at the shop.
Which truck is it in the shop again?
My GMC Sierra.
You're driving the Cherokee right now, right?
Yep. I'll be glad to have my big truck back.
Is the Cherokee Hemi?
Do what?
Cherokee's a Hemi?
Oh no, she's a 96 model.
Oh, okay.
Inline 4-liter 6.
All right.
Still runs good. She's an older model.
Yeah, because I was driving the 2013 Durango, but the V6 Pentastar.
Mm-hmm.
Got power still, man. Those Pentastars are very good engines, and I upgraded to a 2017 Grand Cherokee Hemi.
She put loud exhaust on it.
You know what? I'm thinking of it. I had a little bit of exhaust work to the Durango, but obviously it's not going to sound like this one will. Some guy was staring at me in a parking lot. I was saying, like, you know how you guys got Walgreens, we got Shoppers Drug Mart up here, and my wife's inside grabbing some stuff, and I'm in the parking lot. Some guy is in the car beside me. He went in to get something, and then he comes out. He's just staring at me, And I'm looking. All of a sudden, I got my window down. And I put my, I was kind of look out the window and say, like, what's wrong with you? And the guy's like, oh, you have a beautiful truck. I said, oh, thank you. And I think he was just looking for something to say. And then
it just made him look weird.
Yeah. And then at that point there, he's like, is it a Hemi? And I was going to cue that old commercial and say, you're about to find out. Oh, gee. I was like, yeah, it's a Hemi.
All right, that looks good. Now, that's the drill bit I'm going to use.
Yeah, I should have sent you a picture. I had the arms on the Abomination sitting inside the pegs just so you could see how it looks. It looks so much more like Abomination with those arms. Yeah, because he got the bigger arms already.
You want to know how to keep somebody in suspense?
How?
I'll tell you tomorrow. Hey, it's no one, but I still love it.
It's good. I'll give it to you. That's styrene.
Yeah, styrene rod. It's the right size to go into the forearm stick.
We have Unclassified in the house is asking, what are you making? What are we making?
I am working on one of my original characters, Chrysos, named after the Greek god of gold. He'll be all gold when he's done, like a living metal. Probably should use my good hand to squeeze the ball. I can't sit there shaking, trying to get it to come out. I filled the socket with Instaset, so I got to be quick.
Yeah, as soon as you pop it in. Yeah, it's cool though.
There it is. It's glued in.
Sits for Life is asking if anyone needs a chod leg. Chod.
Everybody loves chode. Do.
I've always called him chod, but
I like calling him chode because it messes with people.
yeah. I think more people, now that I hear people, ever since the Build-A-Figure came on, more people are actually calling him chode.
I like calling him chode because it's funny. Because it's also a term for dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Krakowian is in the house. He says hi. Just because I saw a YouTube video, and Mr. Krakowian said I went to a Comic-Con today. Oh, where was the con at? Hector says if a recent Kevin Feige interview. YouTube video. Oh, about Kang. He was asked what are Marvel plans for Kang, recast, move on. I didn't hear anything about it. I don't know if they're even gonna. They kind of have to now that they've included him in so much, right? He wouldn't answer. Kevin wouldn't answer. It was weird, like Kang maybe back later. I mean, he was in that whole season of Loki, pretty much.
Yep.
And I like the double blade. That looks pretty badass. It's crazy how you can have Kang basically be in a whole season of Loki, the main antagonist in the Ant-Man movie. And what are you gonna do? You can't just delete him just like that. Like, I mean, recast him.
Well, they'll probably end up doing something like Robert Downey's Doom will probably kill Kang.
He Clifford asked him directly and then thanked him for not answering. Oh.
Yep. The dual blades looks good.
I do like that. Put him in a Wolverine stance. Butterfly joins back. Yes, it's good to play with your figures. See, that looks so cool. Welcome back, SDA.
Y'all clean now?
Unclassified says, sounds cool. How was the head made?
It is our friend Custom Cannon. He actually modeled both the head and the hands, the sword hands. And I printed them on my 3D printer. Next time I get resin, though, I want to get like something more durable. I'm using standard resin, so it's kind of fragile. So you gotta be mindful of like the spikes and stuff. Plus, I'm gonna need that when I do Death Scourge, because he's got the long flowing hair. I'm gonna have to use like a rubbery resin for the hair. You will be on this buddy.
Such a cool. That's a great buck, man.
It's good size. Be just right for my character.
You put a soft goods jacket on him?
Yep. Yeah. Probably change the arms out because they won't be seen anyway, but it'll be easier to. He's got like pale white skin, like a. He's a Grim Reaper. So now I need to mix up some epoxy and redo. Take 2 on these legs. I tried to glue them before where it's a softer resin. More brittle resin.
Yeah.
I gotta have something fill in where these are not dremelled down perfectly to the inside of this. I need something to take up the gap. Plus the epoxy the Fixit will act like a glue as well. I don't have to glue them at all. I'll just coat some epoxy on it, then slide them on.
Yeah. That'll work. Unclassified says, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that original character is really cool looking. Looking forward to seeing how that's going to look on that nice gold that you have.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting some shading to it. Is base it in the gold I use on Prime's armor.
Yeah. Then
go back with an airbrush and use this for the highlights.
Oh, yeah.
And which could work out pretty good, nicely. Oh.
Namatheld is asking, out of curiosity, what body would you use for the metal guy?
This one? That is Black Panther, but I took the forearm pieces off Star-Lord, the Walmart one, so I can have smoother forearms, and I still went back with epoxy and make sure the seams are smooth out.
That's the Black Panther that was on the Vulcan body?
Yeah. And the Star-Lord lower legs, too.
That was the one with the gold accents, right?
Yes. Blue with the gold accents.
Blue with the gold accents. And is that the only Black Panther on the Vulcan body? Because there's that other one with the...
The other one's got a different torso. It uses some of the same arms and legs, but it's got a different torso.
Okay.
I thought it was the same. I think Harker's one pointed out it's got a different torso.
Yeah, they look the same to the eye, but I know the gold one was on the welcome body, but because I have that other one with the pink, called it the Pink Panther. That one's on. That's the
Spider-Man UK.
Spider-Man UK body. That's right.
I was sitting here looking for the heartbeat. Here's a little tip for people when your epoxy sculpt starts to dry out. The hardener is what dries out. Put water in it. I put some water in that, let that set for a few days, then mix. It absorbs all the water. It's back to good shape now.
Oh, name without saying sorry. He meant the metal guy with the black jacket.
Oh, the metal guy with the black jacket. Gotcha. I might use the Netflix Luke Cage for that one. I'll either use one of these or the Netflix Luke Cage.
We got plenty of those.
Yeah. Kind of leaning towards this one because I like the size. Have him like where he's kind of like Colossus. When he powers up, he gets a little bigger.
That is a cool looking character, though. Yeah, for him, you know what? It's nice because you have so many of the Netflix Luke Cage, but for that guy there, I can see him being on a bigger buck.
Mm-hmm. I got another one of these Luke Cages coming. People are selling this one loose out of the 2-pack. You can get it for basically retail for like $25.
I don't get that. I figured that would have been.
I thought that was the bigger draw of the set.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people really like that Iron Fist.
Yep.
It's a great body. But honestly, I think a lot of people would have probably preferred, not me personally, I like this Luke Cage, but I think a lot of people with that Iron Fist would have preferred a upgraded, well, I shouldn't say upgraded, they just released that awful classic Luke Cage a little while ago.
Oh, I was just thinking, you know what would have been really good for the guy, the metal guy with the leather jacket, is the Rider Series Punisher, but he's hard to get now. I wouldn't want to use that because that'd be a good size. He's using part of the Netflix Luke Cage, but he's got more comic style arms.
Yeah, great looking figure.
That would be perfect for hard case. Yes, I named him. It's David Hardcastle, and I've named him after Ultraverse characters. It's the trademark has expired, so people could actually use that.
Hard case, yeah.
And it actually makes sense for the modern sense with the character than using that name because he cases his body in metal. Well, it basically turns to metal. I just want to do like a little nod since I like this Ultraverse a lot.
Well, you made hard case, a couple of them.
All right, I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
What body is the new Iron Fist on? It's on the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man body. It's got that diaphragm and the reverse ab crunch. Really good body. They should make a lot of that size character on that Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body. That's great. It's great for articulated guys. The Daredevil was on it. The latest Daredevil they released, and now Iron Fist. Excuse me. Is that the same as the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man? I'm not sure if that's the same Spider. I don't. Which one is the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man? The only way I know it is it's the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. It's collector.
The Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man is smaller than the other Spider-Man figures. He about be a teen body.
Oh really? I don't even know what that. I probably do, but I can't. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Is that fairly new or?
It's a couple of years ago. They did like that first appearance Spider-Man. That's what they're calling the Amazing Fantasy one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Came with the webbing on
Kid
the arm?
Kid Omega's with the same body.
Okay, yeah, no, that is small. So
it's got a softer sculpt and it's a little smaller.
So the only figures who came on the Renew Your Vows body was Daredevil and Iron Fist, right? So far.
I think part of the Ben Reilly has Renew Your Vow parts. The last Scarlet Spider.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Not obviously the retro Ben Reilly was the other one.
Yeah.
Man, they got so many bodies. Like, I mean, they upgraded finally got rid of the Pizza Spider-Man body, and they got that. The
problem is they still work that sucker in sometimes. That Pizza Buddy they use for Karnak. They use it for damn Karnak, and like,
yeah,
seriously.
You know,
I didn't buy any figures from that wave. Well, no, I'll take that back. It was the Karen Cap and the Iron Man was in that wave. I think I got those. That's a totally awesome Hulk, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
That was a terrible wave. You had two good figures in that wave.
I wasn't interested in that Build-A-Figure anyways. So.
Yeah, they put it on the wrong type of body. I'm sorry, I didn't like Totally Awesome Hulk. I think it ruined the character Amadeus Cho, making him into a Hulk. I thought he was a great character before. By making him a Hulk, they just made him didn't need to give him superpowers.
You know what? His superpowers
was his brain. Yeah.
Now, why didn't they just make an Amadeus Cho figure? That would have been great.
They wanted to have a Korean Hulk in the comic books. They had to get rid of the white guy from being a Hulk.
I don't know.
I don't know why they didn't just, if they was going to make a powered up Cho, just make Brawn. That's his current form. He's still got a smaller Hulk form. He just calls himself Brawn.
I gotta look that up. I don't know what he looks like.
He's just basically a slimmer version, and he wears like a romper style suit. I don't know what it is about putting superheroes in rompers now.
You know what? I would have just rather had a Cho figure.
Yep, same. I like Cho.
I like the fact that he came to tell everybody that they were wrong and the Hulk was right. You know what I mean? Like he allied himself with the Hulk, and
yep, the Hulk. Even in his Hulk state, he makes a point. He's able to guide his form subconsciously, not to hurt nobody. The only time people get hurt is through the collateral damage caused by them fighting the Hulk nonstop.
that's right. And Cho was the one who brought that up. All those things that the Hulk got blamed for. I love the way they did that storyline, though. It's like he brought back stories from back in the day where the Hulk looked like he was the bad guy, and it was like, no, that's because you did this, and that's because he did that. You know what I mean? It's like such a good character. Yeah, it's true. Like I don't understand why they just didn't make a Amadeus Cho figure.
Oh, we still don't even have a Rick Jones yet.
I know. Don't even get me started on that. They could. There's grounds to. We've talked about this before. There's grounds that they've got an easy 3-pack that they can release involving Jones. They can do Rick Jones. They can do with a 3-pack with A-Bomb or a 2-pack. But if you wanted to do a 3-pack, finally give us an accurate Genius.
Oh, name pills right there. They could have done Cho in a 2-pack with Hercules, like a during that run with the Incredible Hercules.
Yeah,
Cho and Hercules was going around on adventures, dealing with the Greek gods.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, though. It's like you got with Rick Jones, we can get Rick Jones, A-Bomb, and we could have gotten a Genius finally, like a real Genius.
Yep, in his Marvel outfit.
Yes.
Captain Marvel outfit, not a Kree soldier outfit.
You can pretty much do Rick Jones in a 2-pack or a 3-pack with either one of those figures. Like, I mean,
yep.
I don't get it, man. Hasbro, man. Hopefully they watch streams, man, because
I did see somebody do a part swap on the new Ghost Rider.
The boots.
The boots.
I saw that.
Used the Crimson Guard boots.
Does give them the height, eh?
And it made them taller. And I got some Crimson Guards still in the box.
Those easy to get?
You can still get them at retail. I got mine from Ollie's, so I got a few extras.
Oh shit! Before I get my Ghost Rider, I want to get some. I want to get those. If that's all it's going to take is to swap boots for him to be. But obviously, I'm going to repaint all that.
You can go through a little extra and just trim off the side. Because one side of that boot on the Crimson Guard like flares up a little bit. You can actually just trim that down and fix that.
That guy left it as is. I was going to say
it worked too. He had to put some heat shrink on the pegs to get them to work. Make them thicker.
Yeah. I don't have any of that heat shrink. Where you get that stuff?
Oh, it's easy to get. It's just electrical heat shrink.
Okay.
So that will take care of my issue I had with the installing these before. So I wrapped that in epoxy and pushed it up on there and sealed up the bottom. So that will be one solid piece now, instead of having hollow voids underneath of it, which makes it easy to break.
Yeah. That epoxy is going to strengthen it from the inside, right?
Yep, it's reinforcing it.
Yeah. Let me get some of these comments. Sid for Life says I got the Target exclusive version of that Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, the one with the blue spider on the back. Love him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Name Without says that Luke Cage should have been the 90s Luke Cage.
Oh, I would have loved the 90s Luke Cage and the red shirt, the black leather jacket. Yeah. We were talking about that the other night. I sent you a picture of it.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool look for him. I also don't mind the black T-shirt or black tank top. That's a good look for him.
Well, they could. The black tank top one, they could easily on this one too.
Yep. If they want to put a little beanie on him.
Yeah.
Removable beanie's not hard to do. It's a piece of rubber. I was watching. What's his name? Dan. Dan from the Hasbro team from the Legends team was on Dan Who's podcast, or they had a live stream. They're just
Well,
talking about.
the Hasbro team, I don't think does live streams. You got to do it pre-record it, or it might be the G.I. Joe team.
No, this is Dan. What's his name? Dan Yoon, or the Asian guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Dan Who's live stream.
Oh, it was a live stream.
Well, I saw.
Sometimes they make you do a pre-recorded show.
Yeah.
So you don't get. So they can approve stuff.
He was. Yeah, most like that. That could have been it. Like I saw a recording of it. I didn't see anything live.
It could have been live too, though. I think he does do some lives on that Dan guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He said that he couldn't be there or whatever, but no, they were just talking about the Dragon Man situation, like how it's going to be. They're obviously it's pre-order, and they were talking about the main thing he wanted to ask him about, because they never really discussed it, was Build-A-Figures. Like what's going on with the Build-A-Figure situation? Are we still going to be getting them, or because a lot? But they're saying that the only reason that there's just different formats because of the retro card. Personally, I don't know why we can't get a Build-A-Figure in the retro card. You know, they could probably squeeze. You know, like
they could do like the mini Build-A-Figures like they did in the past, like the Hit Monkey and Puck and stuff like that. They got some more smaller characters they can do.
Or even regular sized characters. It doesn't have to be the.
Oh yeah, he don't have to be a huge character. He can be like Mantis and other characters like that.
But he was saying that because of different formats, they're not dropping Build-A-Figures. He says, as a matter of fact, there's a Build-A-Figure wave that wasn't shown at SDCC, and he saying that, like Dan from Hasbro, from Marvel, he was saying that whatever this Build-A-Figures, he obviously is not going to answer the question, but he's saying he's stoked about it. So it's something on his list. That could mean, it doesn't mean it's going to be on everyone's list, but I mean, I'm curious now to see what it's going to be. I don't know when they're going to reveal, but they're saying they're probably going to reveal it soon, and it'll probably be by either the end of the year or the beginning of next year. So I don't know. I'm curious to know what the Build-A-Figures know. His only clue was if it's high on his list, so they say people who know him know which. I don't know him personally. Like, I don't know which are his favorite characters, whether they be Avengers, X-Men, or whatever the case is. But Sit for Life's got to get off. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by.
Have a good night, sir. Come on. Almost got her.
That's such a great idea.
So it's filled up to exactly. It's got to take a little bit of material out of it to get the squeeze all the way up.
Life says, off. I've got to get off here. Good night, y'all. Great talking to you.
Have a good night.
Good night, man.
All right, let's try this one more time. Get this wet. Puts the lotion on its skin or gets the hose again. There we go.
Name with us says, feel like it would be better to get away from the Build-A-Figures and put more into the regular figures.
I agree wholeheartedly. The name of held.
You know, if it's a wave that you like all the figures, that's very rare now.
The big issue with is actually having them actually put effort into the regular figures. We've seen them before and give us one extra set of hands, if that, and not give us anything. Look at the retro card wave figures. We get no accessories and they're still full price like they have a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. No, I remember back in the day when you used to get a Build-A-Figure wave and you used to actually be excited for all the figures in the wave. Maybe one or two, you weren't that excited about, but it still made it worth buying the whole wave.
Yeah.
Now I can't stand when I want to build the figure and I don't want
majority of the figures of the wave. Yeah.
Like I kind of want that black heart, but at the same time, I don't think I'm buying that wave just to build them.
I don't want to. I end up ordering it because, but I don't give a crap about a vampire rogue. I mean, not vampire storm. I mean, I don't give a crap about another Moon Knight.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to build a figure, but I don't really want all the figures in the wave. I can't do that anymore, man. I got too much stuff and not enough room.
I understand that.
And
I got to mix up a tiny bit of epoxy.
The thing that's pissing me off the most about these Build-A-Figures, they're making you do that. You're buying waves, and then it's like, I didn't really want these figures, but I just got them anyways, and I wanted the figure. And then they release the Build-A-Figure a little bit down the line as a deluxe figure. And it's like,
instead of Moon Knight, here's a crazy idea: do 90s biker Johnny Blaze. We don't need him on his bike since we already got the Rider series, and they use the same bike.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it seems counter to like most of the time talking about Ghost Rider needs to be on his bike, but with Johnny Blaze, we've already got him on his bike from the Rider series.
Yeah. And the bike transforms. Obviously, well, you know what I mean. Like it's you can easily get a cheap bike at Walmart. That's if you want to put them on a regular bike. You know what I mean? I'd rather just do that. Like instead of paying for a rider's price, I'd rather just pay for a figure.
Nobody wanted a Vampire Storm.
No.
It's the exact same figure as the Outback figure with a new head. Nobody wanted that. And it makes no sense to be in a Midnight Suns wave, or because she has nothing to do with Midnight Suns. It's like, or if you want to do that, you could have done any other of the could have done a Caretaker. Could have done Blackout, one of the villains from the Ghost Rider.
I get that Brother Voodoo is part of this whole thing, but it's the third time we're getting him.
Yeah, we didn't need another Brother Voodoo, and not that much of an upgrade from the previous one. It's instead of Bucky Cap, it's on Spider-Man UK.
I know this. I wouldn't have liked this either, to me. But if you're gonna do it, why not put him in a suit?
Or they could have done his other looks. They've done the exact same look three times.
3 times now.
He's had different looks in the comics.
People like them even just wearing the suit, and I mean they got nice suited bodies now. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Brother Voodoo was just a redo that nobody asked for. which I have nothing against the character since we've had them twice before, and the other two figures are fine.
And it's exactly the same. Like, I mean, man, I would have preferred Wolverine to come with a Build-A-Figure part.
Yeah, this is one time I wish the Wolverine had a Build-A-Figure part and one of the other crappy figures didn't. I don't normally like buying Wolverines, but I would have bought it if it had a Build-A-Figure.
Especially because, I don't know, I heard rumors that it's actually not Logan.
I think that one is Logan. That's the first appearance. The running comic book is Dakin.
Yeah, but they're saying that he looks exactly like Logan, like the same kind of thing, and he's got the third claw. Rather than having it on the wrist, he's got it on the top of the hand. Like
I saw some artwork today of the Wolverine, and he's in Dakin's outfit, and he's got the claws like top two and one from the bottom.
Oh, so see, like people are spreading like so many different stories about the situation. I hope that's another figure we need an upgrade for.
Yep.
You want him? You know how he had his solo run for a while there, and he was kind of he kind of had a look like Daredevil at the beginning of the Netflix series. Something almost that similar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want that look for him because that was.
Well, they had a storyline recently where they killed off Dakin.
Yeah.
And the spirit that creates the Wolverine brought him back to life.
That makes sense. But if we were going to get a Dakin, would you want classic Dakin? Would you want his solo run, or would you want Wolverine Dakin?
I would go with Dark Wolverine from Dark Avengers because that's basically his first look.
Yeah.
And we just got an updated to Iron Patriot, so I would like to eventually finish out my Dark Avengers after 15 years.
Worst case, if you don't want to go out and buy another Sentry, you can easily just use the old Sentry, even though it's comes on the crappy Hyperion body. But
which I have the new Sentry. I got two of them actually. I got one on my Avengers shelf and one on my Dark Avengers.
Nice. Next time I see that on Amazon again. It comes up on Amazon. He's a little bit higher than regular price, but I assume that he's going to be hard to get soon. Oh, Name with Us could have made Hannibal King instead of Brother Voodoo or Storm. Yeah. I mean, you could have replaced Brother Voodoo or Storm with so many other characters.
I would like to have some more villains, like Blackout and Skinner.
Give us some freaking
Death Watch.
Some Ghost Rider villains, man.
Scarecrow.
I don't get it. We don't have enough Hulk villains. We don't have enough Ghost Rider villains.
Yeah.
Man, they mentioned that guy. I'm glad he kind of mentioned the Hulk Classics wave because he was talking about retro cards and he was like, you've done the Fantastic Four, you've done the X-Men, you've done Iron Man. We've done Spider-Man. He goes, I remember, it'd be nice to maybe a Hulk. I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh man, I'm picturing the possibilities of a Hulk wave.
Yeah.
We need a Mecha Hulk, man. We need an upgraded Mecha Hulk.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot of. It's a bit. I want it badly, but I can see them not wanting to do it because it'd be costly.
Oh, you know what? Don't be surprised if they use the, and I don't agree with it, but they might do it, is you reuse that Hulkbuster body. They just maybe add some parts to it or something. It's totally wrong for Mecha Hulk, but
Yeah.
in the meantime, man, I'm considering. I don't know if I want to touch my Mecha Hulk because you don't want to mess around with those old figures. You know what I mean? Because
he's a rare piece too.
yeah, you got to worry about breakage too if you start messing around with it. I'd love to get some bigger.
I got the ankles sealed up. I got the epoxy in those. Went dry, so do a little bit of sanding, but what I did, I made them offset. Let me move the water. That was in a white balance issue. This hangs down lower. I allow for ankle pivot this way, inward. Got the starburst on the ankles. I got he worked into the jet thrusters into the design of the boots. It's very clean, elegant.
Name with how it says the Marvel Legends team did a video where they opened up Marvel Universe Series 2 cards, and they got a Death Watch card and didn't know who he was. Oh wow!
It's not surprising. Not surprising at all. That they don't really know comics. They pretend to.
That's kind of sad, though, man.
Part of their job is fake being a geek.
They need to take more advice from the fans, though, man.
I think that looks good. Might end up having to do the knee swap. You know, these are on the correct side. They're getting a bow in. You see, bow in this way, extreme. So I found out when you put Sunfire lower legs onto a Spider-Man UK, you need to swap the knees, or you get that weird. On that one, you get a bow out. This one, I'm getting a bow in.
Oh.
So I think if I swap the legs around, knees around, that would fix that. But I can't do that until after the epoxy sets.
Name without says that incident with the Death Watch card happened at SDCC. Like, I mean, doesn't it make sense for those guys there, from just say for the Legends team, for them to actually do, like, take advice from the fans, like what people want to see for future?
You would think that they want to do like polls and stuff, like people want to see what they would buy. Mattel's doing that.
I honestly, I don't get it. Like, I mean, like, do they want to be in charge of everything that's coming out? Like, and just here, take it or leave it. Like, I mean, don't they want to know what we want? Don't they want to know what's going to sell? Like, I mean, it's a business here. Like, think about it.
Sometimes businesses too get to the point where, like, we know better than the consumer. It's like, even though what they need to be doing is what Jada does. finished stuff.
Yeah. Well, look at that.
Jada
just did the entire freaking line of Street Fighter 2.
Yep. Before moving on to the next Street Fighter game.
Exactly. That's the way it's done. Like I mean,
that looks good. I had a little void there. I filled that up. Just twisting it.
Freak, man, give us some stuff that we've been waiting for so long, man.
Mm-hmm.
How many times are me and you gonna say UFOs?
Yeah. Well, to be fair with those guys from the Hasbro team, Dwight's the only one probably old enough to really. He is old enough to know Death Watch. The other two guys probably don't, or not old enough to actually know Death Watch.
Whether they're old enough or not, like I mean, if they're fans, they should learn about the characters.
Yeah, I was just saying this for examples. Like they are young.
Oh yeah, they still smell like
Death Watch was from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit, over that. I keep forgetting. It's like it's 2024. It's like
yeah. You know, like I said, you gotta research your characters, man.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you know, I'm not really a big comic reader, but I mean, I like the figures, I like the Marvel Legends line and whatnot, and I've done all my research. Like I mean, when I look for, I like Ghost Rider, so it's easy to go on freaking internet and look up all the history and the villains, and you know what I mean, like I'm involved with it. Like it's so easy. You can spend, you can
go to comic book Vine and find out all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, like I mean, I that's how I did. I got most of my knowledge was Comic Vine and even Wiki. I know Wiki's fan based, but Comic Vine, I go there and they got everything you could imagine.
All right.
Yeah. Name Without says they keep releasing Doctor Strange. How about an updated Baron Mordo?
Yeah. Baron Mordo.
Well, I'm glad they're finally releasing a comic Wong. Like, I mean, Meadow Luna says it wasn't. I wasn't into street level. I don't know who Death Watch is. I've been a comic geek since the 70s.
Well, Death Watch is a Ghost Rider villain. It's like he was in the Danny Ketch run, and you gotta know the character really. No, Death Watch is a little bit obscure.
I'm sure, like I said, if you're a fan of a certain character and you read up on most of their stuff, you know it's easy to learn who the characters are.
But the one that's still is the biggest outlier of them all is UFOs.
Yeah.
They show up on top 10 list all the time.
They do, right? Like, I mean, like what's not to like about them? Like,
yep,
they fought the Fantastic Four. They fight the
they're a Hulk villain group, and they're an Avengers level threat. They're an evil Fantastic Four, basically.
That's exactly it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it says all they need is an updated Marvel Comics handbook. It's true. Like, I mean, it's easy to find out about characters that you've never heard of. I still, to this day, if somebody will mention a character, I'll be like, oh, who's that? I'll look them up, right?
So next time, I'm going to add the stripes onto the legs. On this one, I'm going to do one on the hip and two on the leg. If I do it right up top, I can hide the swivel on the side. I need to touch up underneath the armpit. Then after that, we call it a night. I was clearancing out on this side here. I got a little bit deep. You can see the mushroom bag. There we go. That looks good.
It'd be nice to get an updated Vengeance too.
Oh, I'd love a Vengeance. He'd need to be a rider series though. We need his bike.
Oh yeah, you do need that bike. That horrible one, the Toy Biz one. That was awful. Like,
Yeah.
couldn't even stand on that. Like, I mean, it didn't have nothing. The bike wouldn't stand on its own. He couldn't really put his feet anywhere on the bike. He was too big for that bike.
Yep.
I do have the Vengeance figure. I got him loose in a trade, and I bought the Bat Cycle, that really freaked out looking thing. That's a great size for a Vengeance bike.
Yeah, Vengeance bike was huge.
So I'm just gonna do that because I doubt that they're gonna release that, especially.
Oh, it took us 20 years to get over 20 years to get a proper Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, and he's undersized.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they screwed up the bike too. So
did you get that same guy who did the mods on to see what he did with the bike too? I think I'm gonna do that with the plastic.
Put the tape and stuff on the back.
Yeah. I was thinking of what to do. I guess that's the best bet right there. Something like that. It's easy. I'm gonna have to look for those. Was it the Crimson Guard?
Yep.
It's just that yellow one that has those boots. Or do they all? Was it different?
The red one has it too. He just used the yellow one because he got it on sale.
I'm gonna look up that for you. Hopefully, I'm not gonna. I have a feeling the G.I. Joe figures are harder to get up here. Like, I check Amazon all the time, but we'll see. It did add quite a bit of height to him, though. I like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do that. The X-Scorpio that did that?
Yeah, X-Scorpio. He does some really nice, simple mods, and really makes the figures, the articulation better. Like, I mean, he shows how to mod the Red Hulk, the Marvel Select.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did that. I did that mod before I even saw that video.
Yeah, I got to do that to all my Marvel Select Hulks. It's green and red.
It's basic diaphragm joint mod. It's just bigger on a Hulk.
Yeah. Easier to pop. Those Marvel Selects are nice. You don't even really need heat to pop those things.
Ready. I think I am good for the night. I get these. Those are going to be nice and solid after that epoxy sets. Don't have to worry about. So what happened, I put them on here last time, I glued them on here, and I heated them up to pop them off, and I broke them when I pinched them.
Yeah. So you got to swap those needs, you said, right?
I'm gonna try it and just see, because I gotta take it apart anyway to like prep everything. So might as well take it apart, see if that fixes see it's arching this way.
Yeah.
And I like the armored knee pad. I like to keep that. These are off the Venom cap, which those boots and gloves, I still don't get why they never reused those. Those were clearly meant for a modern U.S. agent. They never made it. When they did U.S. agent, they just used regular Captain America parts.
He was way undersized. Should have been bigger than Captain America.
And John Walker is a bigger man than Cap.
Yep.
Alrighty, my friend. I think we're gonna call it a night.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat, thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. What's this comment with SDA here at the end?
MHB.
Marvel Handbook with poser characters. No thanks.
Yeah. We all wanted a human fly or whatever his name was, and the warthog head guy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you again. Do we have a chat this Thursday? Yeah, we didn't have one last week, did we?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe we'll have one. Maybe not. Oh, that's what I was wanting to do this week. Tuesdays, do the Batmobile build. I need to get caught up on that. This month's set's going to be late. They sent me an email on that. So I can start building the 2 sets that I'm behind on, which are chassis parts, which is good. I can get that set up tomorrow. That'll be Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And we'll catch y'all next time.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good one.